Tizzy, my homies. It's got silent up in here. I'm done. If y'all are... Did I mute you on myself?
Sorry. I was on.
You're fine. Welcome, everyone, to DDiscussioMs, or Discussions with DDM, but I'd rather you pronounce it like this if you still have trouble pronouncing it. DDiscussioms. It's very easy. I don't know why you haven't get it yet, but Donovan, you got to tell them what we're gonna do if they get it wrong, because I can't think of anything.
If you do it wrong, if you get the title of DDiscussioMs still wrong, you're gonna wind up like Curly from Mouthwashing. Just so you know.
Oof. You heard it here. It's true. But anyway, I'm David. Hello. I am the host. And I have with me MovieBlaze1, or just MovieBlaze. It's
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, MovieBlaze1 is just a channel name.
Okay. Why did you put the one in there? I'm kind of curious.
Well, because there was always a MovieBlaze. There was always a channel called MovieBlaze, so I had to put one. And that was the one that was available.
Nice. Very nice. Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing so.
Yeah.
It's just one of those.
It's just what?
It's just one of those days. I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah. Just one of those days. Yeah. And Donovan's back once again.
Yay!
How are you?
No, I'm doing fine.
Good. Well, I guess we're all doing good. We have a few things to talk about today. Just little things. Mainly the Fantastic Four trailer, because I have conflicting thoughts about it myself. But also talking about, so Wednesday there was 3 new episodes of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, episodes 3, 4, and 5, but we only watched 3 and 4 because we were getting tired of it already. So it's not the greatest thing of all time. It's definitely a show. It is a show, but maybe a little bit of that, and anything else that these guys want to talk about, because I'm getting tired of superheroes myself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys have anything you want to talk about, please do, because I would be thrilled.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Outside of Fantastic Four, and I also agree with you, I'm getting sick and tired of talking about superheroes.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm trying to get into other things, but like superhero news is what I'm more familiar with, and this, like, more of it's coming out, so it's something to talk about.
I feel like the hypocrite here because I'm the one who thought of the idea of not talking about superhero stuff. But then again, I bought Spider-Man 2, the game, and I was thinking about reviewing it.
You bought Spider-Man 2? Like,
it was actually on PC. It dropped on PC on the 31st.
Nice. I was thinking, for some reason, I was thinking like Raimi Spider-Man 2 game. For some reason, I was like, you got a retro game.
Whoa.
I wish. I wish I
sick.
could play that goat of a game.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's cool. So can you give us your thoughts? If you want to save them for a video you want to make, that's fine.
I mean, either way, I'm fine with sharing them. I'll probably share them here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where to begin, actually. I would say from a gameplay perspective, everything has been enhanced. Some things have been taken out though, but it's more of a nitpick. What I like about the game though is like the web swinging has been improved. You get the web pits, which is actually like like a glide suit.
Mm-hmm.
You get that. That's cool. The cool part is you get to play as Peter and Miles. They have their own different branching story arcs in the game and such.
Mm-hmm.
And combat's been improved and everything. Just overall, generally good parts. You are like narratively though, is where I'm kind of iffy on it. The narrative is great, don't get me wrong, but compared to the other two games,
Mm-hmm.
eh.
Yeah.
Okay, to start out, the first thing you do, you start at a classroom and like cuts to Peter trying to be a teacher and Miles as a student. They automatically, like in the beginning of the game, you're fighting Sandman. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Just thrust me into it, get me used to the gameplay mechanics. That's cool. Over time, though, you start to meet Harry, who, of course, is sick with the same disease as his mother.
Mm-hmm.
But in this game, spoilers, even though the game's kind of a little old at this point, Harry Osborn actually had the symbiote since the first game. Yeah, so...
All right. It reminds me of Ultimate Spider-Man where they did the same thing, but he had it for one episode for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
But
But you have Harry, who just met Peter after a long time of them thinking he was sick. He meets MJ. Him and Peter reminisce, go through good times they've had and whatever. And over time, you start to see that, like, Harry, like, Peter starts to realize, okay. There's a part where they go to Coney Island. Miles is in Coney Island with his friends, Peter with MJ and Harry. Of course, peak Spider-Maning happens. For some reason, Miles doesn't do anything. He's just gone somewhere. So it's Peter saving Coney Island. Then out of nowhere, he realizes that Harry has superpowers. Superpowers being the symbiote. That's when, off the bat, Peter and Harry realize that they both have secret identities.
Oh, wait, do that then? Right then? That's when it happens?
Right then and there, while Peter's saving people from like a destroyed race car, a destroyed roller coaster, Harry kicks in the symbiote and like the tracks on the roller coaster, they're like destroyed because Craven and his band of hunters actually start to come to New York after the fight with Sandman, which I'm going to be honest, Craven was underutilized in this whole game. He just feels underutilized.
Yeah, they killed him off by like at the end, didn't they?
I'll get to that later.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No. It's actually pretty cool how they kill him off.
Yeah.
But he goes in, saves the people from the roller coaster, then Harry reveals the fact that he has the symbiote. Peter gives away the fact that he is Spider-Man because he says, Harry? And Harry's like, Pete?
Uh-oh.
Wow, trying to save people? Okay. And then they become Spider Bros, or Spider Pals. Because here's the thing. I'm going to show you a picture from Spider-Man 2, which actually happens. When I tell you I was kind of taken aback by this, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like it. I really did not like it one bit.
You sent it through, are you sharing your screen to hear?
I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let y'all take a good guess as to what this is.
Okay. Oh.
Just take a wild guess of what you think that is.
Agent Venom.
Yup.
Oh.
So he starts out as Agent Venom and becomes Spider Pals with Peter. And a almost botched job to help help take back Tombstone. Which, let me just backtrack a bit more. Craven is going to New York because he's realizing there could be a hunt that could solidify him as, like, I guess, the best hunter or whatever. He's looking for that final hunt.
Right.
And all the villains from the previous game, or at least some of them, like Tombstone and Mr. Negative, they're either in prison or they have been reformed. Now, mind you, in the first Spider-Man game, there's a whole side mission dedicated to Tombstone because he wanted to. Basically, like, it's just him and his gang. So, and at the end of the boss fight between you and you and Tombstone, he's like, because you cure him of his invulnerability, he's like, the threat of death only ups the thrill. Can't wait for the rematch. Guess what? He's literally working at Coney Island as a go-kart mechanic.
What?
Yeah, you don't get that rematch. You just find him there.
That's stupid.
So you have to find him. Scorpion, by the way, who also breaks out because of Craven, gets killed off.
Okay.
He kind of dies cool, though. He actually gets stung with his own stinger and then gets choked to death. Maybe his neck breaks. I don't know.
Something.
But Craven looks like a freaking monster in this game, too.
Mm-hmm. He looks good.
But yeah, you have to rescue Tombstone. And already off the bat, they expose the symbiote weakness to vibration. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Because it happens a lot in the game. So after you and Harry rescue Tombstone, Tombstone's okay. They're still on the hunt for Martin Lee, who's Mr. Negative. And that's what Miles is doing through his story arc, trying to find Martin, because he, of course, killed his father in the previous game.
Yeah.
Fast forward a little bit to where I can't remember much about what happens in between, so bear with me.
Okay.
But fast forward, you get Peter, who eventually the symbiote tries to bond with him. And it does. What they didn't realize is, Peter and MJ realizes, without that symbiote, Harry can't really do anything because he's still sick. So Harry is just on the sidelines pretty much. MJ's doing whatever, which I will admit, her gameplay actually got updated to a diet version of a third-person shooter.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing in your opinion?
It's actually kind of a good thing. Because her gameplay in the first game was just not great.
Was she just walking around, sneaking around and stuff?
Yes. She had a taser, but it was not as effective sounding.
Yeah.
But over time, what I do like about the symbiote Peter dynamic, they do treat it like it's the symbiote in the comics and like in modern media, where he has the symbiote, he enjoys it, it's fun, but then it starts twisting his mind.
Right.
I do like that, and it looks good. The symbiote looks genuinely great in the game. And over time, you get Dr. Kurt Connors, by the way.
We'll get to that.
He gets abducted by Craven and gets turned into the lizard again, which really cool looking lizard, by the way.
I'm gonna look him up and see him. You can go ahead though.
He gets abducted by Craven. They try and stop him. Oh, I forgot to mention. Here it is. Here's what I remember. So Peter, MJ, and Harry try to go find Craven because they abducted Kurt Connors. Miles, still at the end of the day, is nowhere to be found for some reason.
Right.
So they go, and Harry's fighting Craven after Craven stabbed Peter with a giant knife. Guess what?
What?
Peter dies in the game. He dies in the game, but gets resurrected when the symbiote bonds with him.
So it's like Eddie in the first Venom.
Yes. Meanwhile, while he's fighting all of Craven's hunters, like that's literally what they're called, the hunters. While he's fighting all of them, he still has the piece of blade stuck in his abdomen. But it works out. It's still okay. Okay, we're not mad at that. It's still pretty cool that he's able to fight with that, mostly due to the symbiote. He tries to rebond it with Harry, and the symbiote doesn't want to go back. So after a while, that happens. He tries to get he tries to find Kraven because Kraven and the cure for the lizard serum. And after a while, the symbiote gameplay, by the way, is probably arguably the best part of the whole game, in my opinion. It's just very, very vicious. And Peter, as the story goes on, you can tell he's starting to turn from the good guy to like a more dangerous person in the dialogue, and I love it. Even when you stop petty crimes around New York, which got a bigger update, like the map is huge now.
Right.
So you do that. They do the whole lizard chase, and this is the turning point where like Peter is like, okay, I'm starting to get real sick and tired of this. He's starting to turn rogue. Miles is like, come on, man, I placed a track. I still got a tracker. Let's go. You and me can do this. Let me actually play something.
Okay.
I love this. Scene verbatim.
It's good, Pete.
Don't mind that weird Miles skin.
That shit's ass, Miles.
Too far. No. He's mine. You sure? He's got big teeth. So do I.
That's the turning point right there, I believe.
I like that.
Yeah. So this is how you can tell it ain't Peter no more.
No.
Miles starting to get suspicious because he's also hanging out with Pete, because Peter's hanging out with Harry. He's not really talking to him, and he's so worried about all this, that, and the third. Miles feeling like he left out. So after a while, Peter starts to get, more vicious and ferocious. He finds the lizard, gets the cure to him. He went from talking about, remember your family, Kurt, to your family should have left you. You were a loser. Your family never loved you, pretty much. He starts talking like that to him. All the while you're beating up the lizard. And I'm just sitting up here like, oh my God. No punches or pulls with this. This is the second coming of Bully Maguire, and I'm all for it.
Yes. That's great.
It is great. Bully Lowenthal pulled no punches. Also, he does the iconic, and why don't you pop a few pills and tell us how you're really feeling to Harry?
Yeah. I see
he pulls 0 punches in this game, and I love it. But you start to see that there's like a level of stress that Peter's having through his dialogue, because he's like, I'm the better Spider-Man, or this city wouldn't be anything without me. I'm a better Spider-Man with the symbiote. And you start to feel a stress level with him. And I get that and all. But it's kind of weird how he's... I get the symbiote is making him act this way. But it's even like Bully Maguire never acted like he was the only thing. He didn't feel like Homelander. Because when he was talking, he kind of reminds me of Homelander. Like the I'm the real hero type speech.
Yeah. I'm better.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, this Peter's oddly skinny. And he wears turtlenecks when he's oddly skinny, yet when he's in the suit, he's like hella buff.
That's weird. I'm going to look up Spider-Man 2 PS4, PS5, I should say.
Yeah. So that happens. Miles is still on the hunt for Charles. Why do I keep saying Charles Lee? The hunt for Martin Lee. Kraven abducts Miles, and then him and Martin Lee have a gladiatorial fight. Of course, you beat him. Martin goes through Miles' mind. They do their thing. They escape and all that, and that's great. Then, after a while, you have Peter trying to find Miles. Meanwhile, in the fight before that, there was the cure to Kirk Connors on Craven's necklace, right? They had a tracker. That's the second time they had showed the weakness to the symbiote. So now, not only did you show it to Harry and Spider-Man, you showed it to the main villain of the game thus far, Craven. That's horrible idea number 2.
Yeah.
They have the fire weakness, but it's not as shown. It's not as prominent.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have that. You actually, as Symbiote Peter, get to fight Craven. Craven, I'm going to be honest, is very underwhelming in this game. As in terms of a fighter. So that happens. You get this cure and everything. This, that, and third. Harry's sick and whatever. Miles fights Martin Lee. He's still in the hut for him. All that. I forget what happens next. Dang, I forget what happens next. Frick. I know you fight Craven again in a second round. This time he's using a bell. After you beat him, then Miles shows up. And you have this ultimate fight. Symbiote Spider-Man versus Miles Morales. But you don't play Symbiote Peter. You play Miles and you have to stop Spider-Man. So it's cool. That felt like a letdown because I'm going to be honest. Peter loses.
Yeah.
You have to beat him in order to get the symbiote off him, which I understand from a narrative standpoint. But then again, how does the veteran lose to the rookie when he has all the enhancements? I don't get weird.
That. It's like Kill the Justice League.
Yeah.
But not as bad.
Oh, believe me, though, Peter is probably one of the hardest bosses because even on normal difficulty, I've died a record 3 or 4 times to him, maybe even more than that.
Yeah.
So he tough.
Yeah.
I'll give Insomniac that. But yeah, you get the symbiote off him. He's like, I'm sorry, I learned the error of my ways. I shouldn't have done it. I wanted to be a better Spider-Man. And it's it's all fine and dandy and all. Then the symbiote, somehow I forget a lot of things. I have a bad memory. It goes back to Harry. The symbiote, okay, Peter tries to bring the symbiote back to Oscorp, and Harry, after a while, starts to get mad because he realizes he's dying. He goes back, and then he's like, I need that symbiote, Peter, one way or another. And he tries to fight Spider-Man with a cane. He shatters the case that the symbiote is housed in that Miles somehow had on his person that they didn't even reference or mention about beforehand.
Right.
He has that. He breaks it. And guess what happens next? I think you are, David, by the look at your face, you already know what happens next.
Does he venomize?
He turns into Venom. Actual. Now, prior to this, Insomniac, this is what irked me because I called it the moment I heard about it. Insomniac themselves has never made one singular mention of Eddie Brock in their universe outside of a postcard for Peter when he leaves the Daily Bugle because Eddie Brock's signature is in it. People asked, who is Venom? Who is Venom? Is Venom Eddie Brock? Then they had their own showcase. They confirmed in the showcase that Eddie Brock is not Venom. Off the bat, I immediately knew it was Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Brock is nowhere to be seen, and I don't like that.
That's stupid.
I get from a narrative standpoint what they're going for, but if you're going to have Venom, let alone in the sequel to the first game, no less, why would it be Harry?
I don't know.
That's
weird.
That makes little to no sense.
Yeah.
Because, and it's not just any Venom, too. Towards the end of the game, it starts to become King and Black Venom with the wings and everything.
Why?
Oh, it gets better. So for starters, Craven dies. Here's the cool part I will say about Venom. You get to play as him.
Okay.
You play as Venom, you escape Oscorp, then you go to Times Square, you fight the Hunters, and then you fight Kraven for the final time.
Okay.
You bite Kraven's head off in a cutscene. That's badass. And that was cool. I like that. That's
I think does it like so you feel good about Venom being the one to kill Kraven as skilled as he is? Like that's like is that
I'm fine with him killing Kraven because it feels obvious if Spider-Man does it.
yeah.
I mean, Spider-Man's not going to do it even with the symbiote. I'm cool with Kraven doing it because Kraven throughout the whole game was trying to find that perfect monster to defeat him.
Mm-hmm.
He found that perfect monster, and he
Yeah.
paid the price for it.
Yeah.
So
that's not bad. That's good.
I'm cool with it. And Venom's gameplay is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's way better when you play the Venom song by Eminem too on loop while you're playing it. It's so good. But yeah, that happens. Harry becomes a bad guy, I guess, now. Because like normally, Eddie Brock, he does it out of jealousy. They don't explain why Harry becomes the bad guy. He just is.
Is it like Amazing Spider-Man 2 bad?
I wouldn't say it's that bad. I would just say it's, we need another villain now, bad.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that happens. Harry, I know there's one part where Harry goes to Peter and MJ's house, which he encounters both of them in the bedroom. I mean, not bedroom, in the kitchen.
Oh,
Harry's like, he just confronts him and turns MJ into Scream. MJ is Scream for some reason in this game.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Stop it.
She's Scream.
Get some help.
Get some help.
Oh, you want to know what's even more messed up about the symbiotes?
What's that?
So, I'm going to keep... Well, there's two things. I'm going to keep the second one best for last secret. So, anybody here ever hear of Spider-Man Web of Shadows, the video game?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the one with the symbiote invasion.
Okay, is that also connected not to Shattered Dimensions, but it's like
I don't think it's connected to Shattered Dimensions.
Does it have
Shattered Dimensions does have a symbiote Spider-Man, but it's not that one.
Okay.
I know Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time are connected to each other, but that's it. Web of Shadows is its own thing.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. I know what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah. The symbiote invasion in that, guess what happens? They halfway through the game mentioned there's a meteorite that Venom came from. When Venom bonds with the meteorite, he starts the whole Web of Shadows storyline.
Oh, dude.
And that's where we get King and Black Venom. Not through Null, not through anyone else. Because of a meteorite fragment, he starts a horde of symbiotes. He covers the whole thing in symbiote slime and symbiote hives. Everyone is infected and everything. All because he wants to quote-unquote heal the world. So after that ordeal, for some reason, you fight Harry as both Peter and Venom. I mean, Peter and Miles, which, by the way, after going through Peter's mind, Peter gets the anti-Venom suit.
Way too much. There's way too much references that don't add up anything.
Oh, homie, it gets better. Because there's a side quest that they never followed up on. Guess what? So there's this cult in here called I don't know what the cult is called, but it's a very fire-centric cult.
Mm-hmm.
And their leader is called the Flame, who's some redheaded, barefooted guy, right?
Okay.
There's a mission with you and Wraith, who was Yuri Watanabe, the cop that helped Spider-Man in the first game.
Okay.
She becomes a vigilante after the DLC events. You have to stop an Oscorp train from hitting like oil tankers. When the thing crashes, it crashes and lands on Spider-Man, right? Okay. That's when the Flame, the leader, comes out of nowhere, and he picks up a can with a symbiote, before you, but don't look at me like that, because don't look at me like that. Wait a minute.
Okay.
David's making that face.
Yeah, you gonna be making this space too, because guess what happens? He goes on a big speech about how there will be anarchy caused, and guess what he says at the end?
There's gonna be carnage.
Yep.
Oh, no.
It was Cletus Cassidy. That was their big reveal. That was their big reveal of freaking Cletus Cassidy the whole freaking game. To make matters worse, when he holds the cracked symbiote vial, it turns red.
Wow.
Because of his freaking hair color.
I don't know why it actually turns red. He's just holding it. There's no blood in his hand. There's no nothing. It just turns red.
Wow. That's stupid.
To make matters worse, Insomniac never planned on any DLC, so you're never going to get a follow-up to the Carnage thing.
Damn.
So isn't the whole point of Venom is like Carnage is that it's Venom's offspring, twisted offspring?
Yes.
And it's just a random symbiote?
It's literally a random symbiote, because the Venom symbiote, after you defeat Venom and destroy the fragment, it just turns to ashes and just fades away.
That's stupid.
Damn.
Also, Harry doesn't die, but he's in a comatose state at this point. So, after Norman tells Peter, "Please save Spider-Man, please save my son. Don't kill him." When he realizes what happened, it's like a Spider-Man 1 ordeal. It's like, what have you done to my son, pretty much?
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end, he calls up someone from the lab and be like, give me the G serum. That's literally what they call it, the G serum. I guess, well, I don't have to guess on what that is.
What starts with G?
You might.
Never mind.
You gotta have to me because I don't know what that is.
Goblin.
G serum. Norman Osborn. It's the Goblin serum.
Oh wow.
Now they left it, and to me, I feel like they left it ambiguous because either it's going to go to Harry or it's going to Norman.
So if you do Harry again, it's just going to be stupid. So it has to be Norman. Right?
Here's the other kicker. There's a post-credit scene, right?
Ugh.
And I don't blame you. He goes to the raft, and where he meets Dr. Otto Octavius.
No.
The same villain from the first game.
No.
Mind you, Doc Ock doesn't like Norman at all because of their their history.
Mm.
And he's writing something in a book, and he's like, "Do you know who Spider-Man is, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I do." Well, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say yeah, but he's like, "Okay, what about him?" Well, they did something to my son. They ruined my son. And he's like, some things you gotta let go of, Norman. Which I get, because you do gotta let go of stuff, and Norman's like one of those parents that don't.
Yeah.
And he's writing in the book, and he's like, "What you got there? What's you writing?" He literally just looks at Doc Ock looks at the camera and says the final chapter. Oh, here's another side arc into.
There's more.
Wait, there's more. Remember when I told you there's no DLC involved?
Yeah.
So Miles' mom, because Aaron Davis, his father, dies in the first game due to Martin Lee, who they actually give the redemption to. After a while, Miles' mom says, "Did you hear? I'm actually dating somebody." She's dating someone, right?
Oh. Ben Parker is alive and dating his mom.
Nah.
Okay.
You gonna? No, it's nothing like that.
Okay, good.
Hell, he's actually dead in the first game.
Good.
So, yeah, he's already dead. So, anyways, they meet. Her and Miles meet the guy she's dating, which is an Asian guy, right?
Mm.
Then up comes a girl who is said to be his daughter. They don't show the face. Guess who the girl is?
Okay, it's an Asian guy, you said.
Yes.
Let me think.
MovieBlaze, you can guess on this too if you want.
Oh yeah, I know who that is because I saw the cutscenes on YouTube.
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna tell the both of y'all, even though MovieBlaze has already seen it.
Yeah.
The daughter is revealed to be Cindy Moon, aka Silk.
Yep.
How old is the daughter?
I assume the daughter's a teenager.
Yeah. I would have to assume that too.
Now, they don't show her face, but they do say her name is Cindy, and she waves to Miles.
Okay.
It's obvious they're referencing Cindy Moon, who is Silk. However, because there's no DLC, you don't really know if they're going to follow up with these or not, because they had zero plans on having DLCs. So all these loose ends that they tried to tie up from the first game to the second, they made more. And all these loose ends that they made with Carnage and Silk, they made more. They're not going to follow up on for a long time. So now, let's say if they were to, that means we might see 3 spider people in the span of one game. If we're counting Silk.
Did Peter Parker retire at the end of the second game? Kind of.
Him and MJ were moving back into the house, and Miles says one bit of dialogue where he's like, "It's okay, bro. Be Peter Parker for a while. I got this."
Okay.
I don't know if he retires.
Yeah.
But they kind of leave that up in the air as well.
Yeah, I know what scene you're talking about. I took it as Peter Parker is just taking a break from being Spider-Man.
Yeah. And that's probably what that is.
Yeah. Now when you're so much retired.
I wouldn't think Peter Parker would do something like that. Even though there is another Spider-Man. It's like, even if there's other superheroes, he's still not going to, stop.
Yeah.
There's a whole comic panel or a whole comic dedicated to him being tired and he wants to go to sleep, but he can't because he has to keep fighting. If you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, they actually adapt that.
In the game?
Yes. Well, actually, it's sort of similar to Spectacular Spider-Man when he gets the symbiote and Peter goes to sleep. He goes to sleep in their house, and he's like, "Oh," and MJ's right. "Did you read my story?" Because she's a reporter at the Bugle, right? Mm. And she's like, "Did you read my story? I think it's really good." And Peter's like, "Yeah. I'll read it when I wake up. I'm too tired." While still in the symbiote suit, by the way. Mm. The hunters invade the house. He immediately just breaks camp and just wrecks every one of the hunters.
Yeah.
And is like, and then at the next day, he's like, "Whew, that was a good night's rest." I don't know what even happened back then. He didn't even know Craven died until Miles told him.
Yeah. Wow.
I will say gameplay-wise, it's a good improvement, even though there are some mechanics missing from the first game. Mm. Narratively,
just sounds like a mess.
It is a mess. It's a big mess. It's like they tried to shove in so much in one game that they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it properly.
Yeah. And I know it's like different narratively for games, but like this sounds too much. Like, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's one thing if it's like Spider-Man the game. It feels like a early 90s thing that they would do or something where it's just like each little level is like fight this guy. And it's like, is PS1 Spider-Man kind of like that?
I haven't played that one.
Well, I don't know if it's narrative or not, like PS4 Spider-Man, but I don't want to assume that, so someone can tell me. But it just, I don't know, sounds weird, what you're telling me. And Ty.
What tripped me out was the Carnage thing, because it's bad enough. You had Agent Venom. You have Anti-Venom in the form of Peter. You have normal Venom. Then you have King and Black Venom where he gets wings. Venom has wings in the game. Oh, yeah. Now we have a Carnage. And we had Scream. At this point, I'm waiting for Riot, Phage, Agony, and Lasher.
A Venom game would be cool if you had all those.
Yes.
But for this,
Venom's dead.
Yeah. Stupid. Dude.
On the bright side, though, Tony Todd's voice acting for Venom was really great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did he pass?
He did.
Dang.
I think he died last year.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2, I think, was one of, if probably not his last role.
Dang.
Either that or Final Destination.
Mm.
But I don't even know if he's returning in that one. I don't know.
Well.
By the way, I saw a trailer for that, by the way.
For what?
Final Destination, Blood Nights.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the trailer for that. So, 1 out of 10, what do you give this game overall?
For the first 2 games, I'm going to start with those. For Spider-Man 1, that's a bona fide 9 to 9.5 out of 10. Miles Morales game is a solid 8.5 to 9.
Okay.
This is a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I'm going to be for real. It's a great game, and I would recommend it to people. Godly. That narrative is just... It's so random.
Yeah.
It sounds like the story is all over the place.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say they underutilize Craven, because he has such a big presence, yet he's doing a handful of nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of weird. How much screen time does he have other than just doing stuff? Like, is it like 10, 20 minutes or what?
I have no idea, actually.
Is it short screen time or regular? Because I don't know. It seemed like he would be kind of a...
Well, there's a video on YouTube that has Kraven the Hunter, all of his cutscenes, and it goes up to 36 minutes and 17 seconds.
And in a 7 or 8 hour game?
Oh, I doubt it's 7 or 8 hours.
6
How
hours.
long is Spider 2? About 17.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So, in around 17 or like 12 to 15 hours long, he only got 36 minutes worth of screen time. Let that sink in.
Let it Batman smash you in the head with it. Because he did that to Superman one time in that wonderful movie.
Venom is slightly less because he has 33 minutes worth of screen time.
Wow.
And correct me if I'm wrong, he's the main villain in that game, right?
It's Kraven at first, but then it becomes Venom.
Oh, they're trying to do Amazing Spider-Man 2 thing.
Well, they pulled it off.
Wow.
And this is the same company that had the Sinister Six in the first game, and they had more screen time than these two.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But it is what it is.
At least you get the word of symbiote after you destroyed it, though.
Mm-hmm.
And you get even the classic symbiote suit, which...
Ooh.
Here's the cool part. You know how Venom in the animated series in the 90s was red and blue?
Mm-hmm.
There's a skin that actually has the red and blue outline for the classic suit.
Oh, cool. Does he have the lips?
No.
Okay.
It's just classic symbiote Peter Parker.
Oh, okay.
Miles also gets his symbiote suits too, but these were from the Carnage run.
Okay. Oh, is this Absolute Carnage or just This is
I
a
think
different-
it's Absolute Carnage.
okay.
Which is they also have these things called suit styles, which you can change the colors on them. So you can have them red and black like Carnage itself, which is cool. Some suits from the first game came back, and some were actually original, and some were actually from like the modern game. Like they have the No Way Home final swing suit for Peter in this game too.
Ooh,
It
That's
looks
a good suit.
really good, actually.
yeah.
One thing, and let me give a disclaimer. I am not racist, nor am I trying to be racist when I say this.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They gave Miles Morales a Black Panther suit.
Oh.
They also gave him a Wolverine suit.
Okay. That's more like just like what?
So the reason why they gave him the black Wolverine suit is because there was like a what if comic of like what if Miles became Wolverine, right?
Mm,
So I can understand that. It's terrible, but I can understand that.
yeah.
At least you have the iconic brown and gold and yellow and blue variants, so there's that.
Okay.
Right.
But let me find a good image of this suit because they have a purple and black, a straight up like main black suit for it, a red and black, and the gold and black version. If I can find a good like picture of it.
Imagine if they gave one to Peter. Black Panther suit to Peter.
This isn't the best image, but this is the purple and black rendition of the suit.
Okay. Interesting.
It's not great.
It's not. Oh, Spider Cat's there.
Yeah, you get the Bodega cat suit, so that's cool at least.
Spider Cat.
Yeah. Ooh. Spider Cat's better than Goose.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
Here's
yes,
a better picture, actually. The highly up close one. I don't like the suit. That's his mask.
ugh.
That's ugly as fuck.
That's the all black variant.
Ew. That's disgusting.
Oh,
You want to see what the Wolverine skin looks like? Because
Yes.
it doesn't start off. It doesn't start off with the blue and gold.
All right.
I'm curious.
This is what it starts off when you first purchase it. I get what they were doing, but this shit ass.
That's just Red Hood mixed
This
with
is
Wolverine.
just Deadpool Wolverine.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Like David said, Red Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get there's a comic of like what if Miles became Wolverine. That doesn't mean you have to adapt it.
No, that was a bad call. They were all bad. Did you see the? Do you know about Miles becoming Thor?
Yes, and I hate it.
That is a racist comic book.
Here's
It
the
is-
brown and yellow one, which is the one I main the most.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what the blue and yellow one looks like.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a muted blue. They also have the X-Force variant.
Do they have an? Okay.
I mean, it's a gray. It's just black and gray with the red eyes. It's nothing really to write home about.
That's a good suit though for main Wolverine.
Now, I get why they did this, number one, because it's an actual comic. And number two, they're making a Wolverine video game in the future. I get that. But, bro.
Where does it sit well with?
I wonder why they can't make a Punisher video game.
Last suit that they also made. This comes from Brooklyn Heights, Brooklyn View, which is the high school he goes to.
Okay.
I want you to give me your honest opinion and tell me what does this look like to you.
Patriot.
Patriot?
Yep.
Ty, what does it look like to you?
I would say Captain America.
Captain America? Which
Puerto
one?
Rico. Oh,
What is that? I think he's wearing a suit, or like it's part of his.
It's the whole suit.
Oh,
I know what it looks like.
You know what it look like now.
Yeah, it's Bucky Barnes, Captain America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
yeah,
It's not. This is actually I think the Puerto Rican flag. I want to say.
That's what
Because-
I wanted to say. Yeah.
I think it is Puerto Rican because Miles is part Puerto Rican in the games.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't have to do all that. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm
By the way, a
Puerto
group of
Rican.
high schoolers made this because it's a high school side quest.
I don't. Okay.
But that looks too much like Captain America, Bucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when they
That
do
looks
it,
horrible.
Mm-hmm.
oh, very much so.
There's also a Craven suit for Peter.
Uh-oh.
They're just throwing shit at the wall now.
They are. Oh, by the way, Mysterio shows up in this game, and you know what's the worst part? He's not a villain for Peter. He's the villain for Miles.
That's terrible.
That's stupid.
So he's using these things called Mysteriums, which Miles fought in Coney Island before the whole Hunter thing happened. You have to do some challenges, and after challenges, you help Quentin Beck fix his machine. I'm assuming you fight him afterwards, because there is an actual Mysterio in the game, and
Okay.
Quentin Beck is there. I haven't completed all of them, so I don't know yet. Guess what they did to guess what they did to Massacre Miles in Coney Island?
What?
They
Did
made
you-
him a DJ.
Oh, no. That's
They
still-
turned Miles into a DJ.
that's
DJ
still-
Miles Morales.
Just because he likes music
Yeah.
and because he's black.
and because he's black.
Yeah.
Because
They
black
turned him
people
into a
like that.
DJ.
That's so.
And- And what makes it worse, it's like Guitar Hero mechanics, where you have to press buttons and use you use the right button, because I'm working on an Xbox controller. You use the right and left triggers and the right and left joysticks. Why not A, B, X, or Y? No, you're using the joysticks.
Wow.
And it's literally a Guitar Hero. I'm sorry, DJ Hero, because that exists.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, yeah, that does exist.
Why do normal white people, think that black people like hip hop and DJing all the time? They like other things too. We're all different people.
There is one side quest for Miles I do enjoy.
Okay.
There is, because he lives in Harlem. There's a museum for Harlem music, like music from like back in the day from like famous black people.
Okay.
You have to do stuff like get instruments that are stolen and whatever. Afterwards, you can go around, and it's like a little jazz museum pretty much. And you see all these people from what do they call it? Exhibits. You see all these exhibits. Of course, the most notable one, you have one of poems from Langston Hughes, which you can read. You can read up about one woman who was also a French spy and a first black actress, which is cool.
Mhm.
You see jazz singers. There's also one guy who worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. back in the day, which
That's
is
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, you get to dance with your mom. That's sweet.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool quest. Stuff like that. I don't mind if you do appropriation that way. Why are you making Miles a DJ? And every time when he traverses throughout New York, just web swinging, you have to have hip hop beats. I can't stand that. I really can't. Ubisoft just got under fire because of something like that with Yasuke, the Black Samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, who was a real character, who was a real person in history. Y'all using hip hop and rap beats for the only black character in a Japanese game.
Yeah, that's
That's
kind of dumb. I don't like that.
Also, to make matters worse, and this is the last thing regarding Spider-Man 2, MJ character's model face, like her face model, is a self-insert from one of the workers at Insomniac.
Oh,
no wonder why her face fell off.
Yeah.
they got
She's a self-insert.
So the self-insert is the lady who is in charge of the face.
I don't know what she does, but I know she was under controversy because of this.
So okay, the actress for the voice actress is supposed to look like her face, but in reality, she's really pretty.
It's the same face. I mean, it's the same voice from the first game, but they changed the face.
I'm gonna look this up. If there's like a side by side somewhere, it looks.
Stephanie Tyler Jones, the face model for MJ in Spider-Man 2, has come forward about the harassment she has received from players. On her IG story, she revealed that players have crossed boundaries by calling her workplace demanding to speak with her. All because they were disappointed at her face.
That's gross.
That's very stupid.
Yeah.
Well, it is stupid, but at the same time, don't have yourself as a self-insert either.
Self-inserts are kind of cringe. It's one thing if you're basing a story off of yourself, I guess, but if it's like a character like Velma,
yeah,
don't do that, because that is a self-insert for Mindy Kaling.
Yeah,
that really was. And I didn't even see that. So
yeah, but if you base like an original character and base it off of yourself, I think that's fine, I guess. But as long as you're not, when do self-inserts work? Like, I can't really think.
I've never seen a self-insert that actually worked.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can make it in a way, if you're really creative, you could probably make it work to where it's not cringy. And if you're actually a cool person and not, creepy,
yeah,
that's one thing. But it all comes down to creativity, I guess. But
I'm sorry I've spent almost an hour talking about this game, but
no, it's fine. Yeah. It's fantastic.
I mean, we barely talk about video games as a channel, and even on mine too. So
true.
Nice.
Yeah, but no, that's fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, there's a trailer. The Fantastic Four First Steps. That's the name of the movie. You could have called this Fantastic Four First Family, and that would have been better instead of.
Yeah, someone here already did that though.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, go ahead and show them that picture that you made.
Sure, why not? Still, for context, Donovan made himself his own little Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not calling it that, but there is. I'm helping him with creating some logos, and this is the third movie in the franchise. Fantastic Four, Marvel's First Family.
Nice.
Tell me that would not have made the cut.
That would have been so much better.
Yeah,
not to boost myself up or anything, but I don't know. The 4 does look kind of weird like that. I don't know why I did it like that.
I like the 4. I like the 4 as is.
Yeah, same here. It gives it a unique feel.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
But so the trailer's out. I guess we can just go around and say our thoughts. I guess we'll start with Ty, because you watched this just now before we started.
Yeah, I did. I watched it.
All right.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna come straight out with it.
All right, proceed.
The thing. Okay, so I do like the 60s aesthetic to it, and I do like the robot. Kobe, is that his name?
Herbie, I think.
Kobe?
think it's
Oh,
Harvey. I could be
Kobe,
wrong.
Kobe, whatever. I don't count. But anyway, I like to know more about it.
Mm-hmm.
I get, and that's about it. Everything else fucking sucks. I'm sorry for my language. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
That's the one F-bomb.
Johnny. No, there were 2 F-bombs I said on him. Well, another one I said on him.
Oh, okay. Well, these are 2.
There's 2.
Yeah.
Johnny Storm. I don't like. I like the actor who's playing him. He did a good job in Stranger Things season 4, and just recently, he was in A Quiet Place Day 1, and he did a good job.
Fantastic movie.
Yes, fantastic movie. But speaking of fantastic, I'm not gonna say I hate him playing Johnny Storm. I just got to see more of his character or his interpretation of Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
To be honest, and Vanessa Kobe as Invisible Woman. She's a good actress, and I'm not gonna say that much because it was a teaser trailer, so I can't really say that much of it. Now the 2 things I don't like about this. One is the thing and how he's designed. I don't like it at all. I really don't. The CGI just looks off. Something about the thing in general just looks off to me. And David said this countless times, and I do agree. Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. I do not buy him as this character for a second.
No.
And considering that, I know these 2 are completely different movies, with Wonder Woman 1984 taking place in the 80s and this movie taking place in the 60s, but still, why cast him of all people? Like, to be fair, I don't hate the man. I really don't. He's fantastic. He was fantastic in that Nicolas Cage movie, and he does a good job. He did a good job in season 1 of playing Joe in The Last of Us. And he was also the voice of the fox in the Wild Robot.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that movie is fantastic. I recommend if anyone's watching or listening to this afterwards to go see the Wild Robot. It's just fantastic.
Yes.
Unlike this trailer, it's anything but fantastic.
But does it have 4?
Say that again.
It does have 4, Donovan. Yes. I didn't like that theme. I really didn't.
That was a little obnoxious. Yeah. Let's go. Shut up, please.
I get it. Shut up.
Shut up.
I kind of like the theme though.
Just because it's stuck in your head doesn't mean it's good.
I mean, yeah, but it's kind of a jingle. It's almost like that one Wheatley's commercial. Wheatley is so good, I drink it neatly. Please stop me if I start singing that more often.
Okay. We'll have to get you out of... Oh, no, he's doing it again. Donovan, wake up, you're in a dream. Wake up.
He's doing it again.
I have a friend that I annoy the mess out of when singing that.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts. I don't think this movie's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be trash, but we'll see.
1 out of 10 for the trailer. What do you give it?
I give it a 1.
Wow.
To be honest.
That's interesting. Donovan, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, Donovan, what do you think about the trailer?
Honestly, it's intrigued me. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the D23 trailer more, the leaked one. But I kind of... It's because most of the time people didn't really see it.
True.
I kind of dig the nuclear family vibe they're trying to go for. even though this doesn't feel, it feels fake.
Mm-hmm.
It feels kind of fake, but I don't mind it. Ben Grimm, it doesn't look bad. It actually looks pretty good. It's something you got to get used to, but in comparison to the 05 one, the practical effects still look pretty good on both of them, in my opinion. But yeah, that one looks great. I'm still not stuck on the idea of Pedro Pascal or the other guy for Johnny Storm. I'm not stuck on that idea. I also don't kind of like how they're introducing Galactus in this, which I can understand, but like, why?
Yeah, it's a little too big of a threat to start with.
I mean that one, yeah, it's a bit odd, but I'm just thankful that they're not doing Doctor Doom again, because just like with Spider-Man, we saw Uncle Ben die multiple times.
Yeah.
So
I'm just glad.
Same thing with Doom. It's okay. Same thing with Doom. We've seen him in like what, 2 times, 3 times? No, three times already. So
yeah, and the '90s canceled movie, so we can't forget that.
Wait, what?
That 1994 canceled Fantastic Four movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 1995. Forgot.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the year I was born.
Oh.
I mean, I'm kind of glad Galactus doesn't look like a giant fart cloud in this one.
Well, of course, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He actually looks like Marvel's Ultimate Alliance Galactus,
which is a sick look.
Still the best looking Galactus design I've ever seen.
That's the one I think of. Speaking of that, I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, that's fine.
Up on there too.
So when I picture Galactus, I think of that Ultimate Alliance Galactus where he's big enough to hold the entire planet in his hands.
Yep.
In the trailer, he looks too small. He's on the planet, but he's like, it's a little too small. How's he going to eat the planet? I don't know.
He does look very small in that.
Yeah, I mean it is.
Yeah.
But the one gripe, and I don't mind it's in the 60s, but I don't like how it's so hyper stylized 60s.
Yeah.
It's like they have a mix of normal 60s and like this ultra sci-fi utopia type.
It's like the Jetsons.
Yeah, I don't like it. Feels like it feels like something out of a Saturday morning cartoon, for better or for worse. And it's not clicking with me not one bit. But the main gripe I have, and I will still always have, is the suits.
They look like pajamas or like sweaters.
They're literal like sweater pajamas.
Exactly.
They look real comfy, you know.
The Nick fan made, to be honest.
Yeah.
I get they're trying to do the old school like white collar Fantastic Four outfits like the '94 film did. It doesn't work.
No.
If you have all this stylized hyper sci-fi-esque futuristic tech, you can at least make a modern looking suit. Or at least not a suit that looks like pajamas.
Yes. That is true.
And it's weird that out of every Fantastic Four member, we haven't seen Mr. Fantastic's power yet.
That's my gripe. He doesn't stretch or nothing like that.
No.
Even in the Fan-4-Stick trailer, he stretched. Like, come on. They showed his power-offs there. Power-offs. They showed his power-offs in this latest trailers.
Yeah. Also, the dialogue's kind of weird. It's like, before then, you couldn't turn invisible. Before then, Ben wasn't a rock. Before then, Johnny didn't set himself on fire or something like that, or whatever they said.
Ben was always a rock. Ouch. Johnny is himself.
Johnny is Johnny.
It's like, it's what they're saying. They're focusing this around Sue Storm. This is from her perspective. And they're not tearing these people down necessarily, but it's like making fun of them in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. But
One thing I do think it's kind of off when I say I don't dig the fact that the Johnny Storm actor looks like Johnny Storm. Storm's supposed to be like a ladies' man, right? He looks like a ladies' like plaything, if anything.
Yeah.
Like someone who would be used by a woman rather than actually be the playboy, if anything.
Yeah, he doesn't look. He doesn't have the handsomeness of Chris Evans in a way. Like there's something about it like that's kind of.
Heck, I would even argue Michael B. Jordan was a better Johnny Storm in terms of looks too.
I mean, yeah, and personality. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it. It's just weird.
It is weird.
Overall, when it comes to it, I might give it like a 7 to 7.5 out of 10. It's not bad,
Yeah.
but I'm not excited for it either. It's like I'm just cautiously optimistic.
Right. Well, for me, it's the same feeling I had for Daredevil Born Again, but a little less than that. I don't know why it has to be set in the 60s. It could have been in present day. In fact, if you're going to put them in the 60s and in a different universe, no less, which is weird, why even, why can't all of them be set in the 60s? That's what I wish they would do. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man could have done that, and it would have been interesting. Yeah, the casting, I agree. The casting's off. My ideal cast, John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, Emily Blunt as Invisible Woman. I think his name's Dacre Montgomery. I don't know. The guy who plays Billy in Stranger Things. And I'll keep the guy who plays the Thing from The Bear, which they make a reference to. There's a part where the robot's making food and the Thing's tasting it, and it's like a subtle reference, I think, to The Bear because it's all about, restaurants and chefs and all that. But there's more to it, but it's like the premise. And it's I agree. It's a little too stylized for 60s thing, making it too futuristic. I like the Baxter building though. It doesn't look too bad. The robot looks pretty good. Let's see. Yeah. So it's not exactly an origin, which I'm kind of glad we don't have an origin every movie, but I feel like something about this movie is going to be rushed. I can't really put my finger on it, but also like at first we were thinking like it's going to be set back in time. Why is it set back in time? That's going to cause so many inconsistencies. But then they're going to say, oh, it's set in another universe. Why do that? Why couldn't you have the Fantastic Four in present day? That would have been much better, and they would have looked cooler. And I agree, the Thing does look kind of weird, especially with normal eyes. That's very disorienting.
The Thing looked incredibly depressed.
He did look depressed.
He's just like, please end me now.
Oh, Johnny didn't say flame on.
Oh yeah, he did it.
He probably said it in the movie, but that's kind of weird. He didn't.
Yeah.
Flame on.
I'm
possess it like that just so I could walk out of the theater.
Yeah.
Watching the trailer made me depressed.
Yeah, Galactus doesn't need to be here.
They could have used Mole Man.
They could have. It would have been a good villain.
That'd have been funny though to use Mole Man.
Yeah.
And it's played by either Danny DeVito or Warwick Davis.
Yeah. I just don't like that Sue Storm is the center focus of this trailer. Like,
shouldn't everybody be the main focus?
Yeah, it's a family.
Yeah, but mainly I would say Reed, right? Because he's the leader.
Mm-hmm.
In a way.
Yeah.
In a way. But like,
yeah.
I don't know.
And the unimpersonado.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if they made Ben Grimm the center focus in the trailer?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That'd be weird.
Also, I'm thinking about I don't know if you ever thought about this, but the MCU version of Spider-Man and Human Torch's relationship as their friendship. I've thought about it, and it'd be really weird now. And if they do it, I don't think they would.
You know what wouldn't be weird?
What?
A Deadpool Spider-Man relationship in the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but then he'll be gay for Spider-Man like he is in the comics, and just
he was already doing the Spider-Man pew pew pew.
Yeah, but he's still a young person, so don't be weird.
I don't know if he'd be gay for him like he was in the comics, but they both would annoy each other, or at least Deadpool would annoy Peter.
Yeah.
I just want to see Team Red. Okay, leave me alone.
Me too. No, I do too.
Same.
I will say some of the cinematography doesn't look bad. There's some parts that are not terrible to look at. Wow. What?
Creepy.
There are teardrops, didn't it?
What happened?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was my impression of Cat in the Hat.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this trailer a 5.
Why not a 4 for Fantastic Four?
No, Fantastic 5. Screw all of you.
You mean the Furious 5?
The Furious 5.
The Furious 5.
Hell yeah.
I'm sad that they never had a Furious 5 movie.
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool.
I know they had this like an animated thing where Poe told the origins of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
They needed a movie though. That would have been great.
They really did.
Yeah.
At least Tigress.
Yeah, Tigress had them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to do a Furious 5 movie. At least they want the Tigress.
We need an Oogway movie. That's what we need.
Yes. An Oogway.
A Shifu and Oogway movie.
Yeah.
Tai Lung movie. That would have been
Tai Lung could actually fit in the Oogway Shifu movie.
That's true. I just hope they don't butcher his.
Hear me out on this. A Lord Shen movie. Because I love Lord Shen.
I still haven't seen Kung Fu Panda 2 yet.
Oh, what?
I haven't seen Kung Fu Panda 2 yet.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't seen it.
I know what we're watching next movie night, then just because you said that.
We'll start at the beginning and then we'll watch them all. Even Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh, yeah.
Ty, have you seen Kung Fu Panda 4 yet?
No.
Neither have I.
Well.
And that's so sad because I'm a huge fan of Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. Oh, I want to show you guys something that I thought was kind of funny. So we were talking about Captain America: Brave New World, and I found this on the Marvel crap.
The Marvel crap.
I clicked the wrong button. So I found this on the Marvel Entertainment YouTube channel. Just watching YouTube, doing my thing, and so I
know what you about to play.
Do you?
I know what you about to play.
Is it this?
No.
No? Okay. What were you thinking?
The one next to it.
That one?
Yeah.
No, that's a podcast. I'm not listening to that.
No, I'm talking about that scene that released for Brave New World.
Oh, I didn't see that yet.
Oh, wait, that's a scene? I thought it was an advertisement.
This is a clip.
Oh, I'm not seeing the clip.
Yeah. I'm talking about this right here. So they're having so much promotion for this new Falcon / Captain America movie, right? In 10 days. And then they have Anthony Mackie skydiving. And then after this video, you get a clip from the elevator fight scene from Winter Soldier. And you have you have like people putting in clips, random clips of movies back in the day. Okay, whatever.
Hey, David, it's your favorite Spider-Man cartoon.
Ugh, yeah. We'll get to that. But you got Endgame with the hammer. You got Black Widow, that awful scene where they kill everyone in the prison. Anyway, but then it's very convenient. Not convenient. It's kind of coincidental, I guess. I don't know the right word. But you get this clip from the elevator fight scene.
Isn't that suspicious?
With all this promotion for this new movie that no one cares about, they show hey, remember this good movie? It was cool. Go watch our new one. It's kind of weird. And
I love how in the Endgame thing they say Captain America in the parentheses Steve Rogers.
Yeah. That's
if we knew, as if we didn't know which Cap they were talking about.
Right, exactly. It's just kind of funny to me. Here, let me get back to it. Where was I? Here it is. And I was watching this scene again. It's they just released it again, and it's a really bad way to sell your new movie, I guess, because you show how good Steve Rogers is as Captain America. When you compare him to Sam and what he does to all these guys in this elevator, and just watch him take out all these guys. Look at that. He does a kick. He kicks them there. Uses his super strength to get the magnet off the wall.
This is still by far one of the best suits in the MCU.
Yes. If Sam was rendered useless and didn't have anything except his fighting skills, he could not do this.
No.
And these are technically Hydra, but they are under S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. is very special, right?
I'm still disappointed he didn't say Hail Hydra and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Donovan, you forgot. He says it in Endgame.
That's why I said that.
Yeah.
You guys get what I mean, it would have been cool to see the fight, elevator fight, no doubt. But it would have been better if he just played it off here as well.
Mm-hmm. But
either way, it's still a win-win.
Yeah. You guys get what I'm saying, though, right? It's still, it's just weird. It's look.
Yeah.
In the words of one YouTuber that I found, that I can't remember the name of, isn't this suspicious?
Isn't this suspicious?
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of when the Marvels were coming out. They were promoting the movie by showing the Avengers.
Yeah. Wait, what movie did you say again?
The Marvels,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
I remember that. Let me see if I can find that trailer. It was really funny. That is my channel. What the crap?
Damn.
How did it get there? Hang on.
Bro, they know who you are now.
Uh-oh. So I'm searching it on Marvel Entertainment, and it just takes me to my channel. What the crap?
They know who you are, bro.
Well, you get the point. There was a funny trailer for Marvels.
Didn't they also do it in Shang-Chi, but better?
I don't know.
They did.
Because I remember, I don't know if it was an edit or not I saw, but it was a video where it was, it had Shang-Chi, but it had Iron Man and Cap in it. And it was like, you come from like so-and-so from Legends or whatever. And it had those two in it. It might have been an edit. I don't know. But I remember it was something involving Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what you're talking about now.
All these other people aren't Asian, but this one is. Coming soon. Shang-Chi.
Oh, man. That movie was
from the same people that brought you Black Panther.
The first Asian superhero of all along with the first black superhero, not Blade. Shut up.
Literally.
Literally.
You know, I'm gonna say something right now about this. I'm sick and tired of people not knowing who Wesley Snipes is when it comes to Blade.
Exactly.
Only the old fans knew who Blade was in DP3.
Yeah, exactly. They had to get him in DP3.
Yeah, I'm so mad. No one popped for when Wesley came out. And he was the core reason why the Marvel Universe exists.
Yeah.
Why Marvel Films exists nowadays.
Yeah, because if it wasn't for Blade, Blade came before X-Men, right?
Yes.
Blade came out in the 90s. X-Men came out in 2000.
Okay. All right, so Blade was the first one.
Yeah. Which is kind of interesting because it was rated R. And it wouldn't be like a popular superhero like Spider-Man would. And that was after. And Spider-Man in 2002 helped a lot too, but...
And we wouldn't have gotten a rated R Marvel film since Deadpool 1 in 2016.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me look up. Blade 1. Blade 1998.
Wow.
Is August 21st, 98. 2016 minus 1998. A whopping 18 years since we got another rated R Marvel film.
Wow.
That's impressive.
And another hold on. 2024 minus 2016. What is that? Look that up for me real quick.
Look up what? Sorry.
2024 minus 2016.
2008.
It's 8. And so it was 18 years before we got a rated R Marvel film in the form of Deadpool 3. Another 8 before we got one in the mainline MCU. Let that sink in.
Ugh.
Wait. Doesn't Logan count?
Okay. Well, that's not MCU.
I said it was the first before we got a rated R Marvel film since Blade. Deadpool 1 was the first.
Yeah, Deadpool 1.
And then Deadpool 3 was the first in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm glad it came full circle and had Blade in it too.
Mm-hmm. That was good. Dude, Marvel's almost 20 years old.
Oh, God.
Marvel ancient.
The ancient one. So during these 30 minutes or a little longer so of time, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
It's literally David's favorite cartoon.
Dude, I
morbed
my pants.
Speaking of Morb, when are we watching Morbius again?
I don't want to watch
Morbius. Oh, God.
We were tired.
Morbius.
So
wait, when did you watch Morbius?
This was yesterday. We were watching this show. We were watching Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man yesterday, and we saw Morbius was on Disney Plus.
It sounded like you said we were watching this show. We were watching this show.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we watched. I don't want to finish it. That was just for a few seconds.
I would love to watch with you guys, but I was watching Nev Holtz yesterday.
That's fine. Yeah. But so there was 3 new episodes 3, 4, and 5 that were released Wednesday. We only watched 3 and 4 because Donovan was like, I don't want to watch another one. And I agree. It's really hard to watch. Also because we were pausing it so much and talking about it. But that's just what we do.
Reminds me of Madam Web. Remember when we were watching it? No, only 5 seconds in, and we already had it.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's so bad. So this latest episode opens up with what happened in the flashback, or what happened in the last episode. Norman found out who Spider-Man was through a security camera. And what's funny is in the last episode, it was like, Norman Osborn wants to see you. So he goes in there. Norman says, so you're Spider-Man. Just come back tomorrow. We'll talk about it another time. And that's all he says. Literally all he says. So that was kind of funny.
Wow.
And then Peter gets paranoid when he keeps hearing, "So you're Spider-Man," over and over in his head, because he's like nervous about it. And he's at his awesome friend Nico's house. Nico sucks, by the way.
Nico's the best.
But she was like, "Why'd you leave me at that party last night?" And well, you deserve it. You suck, and you're a bad friend. You need to socialize more. But she had to talk to Sweaty Mike, is his name, about lo-fi music being timeless, and it is. Lo-fi music's good.
Yeah, it is.
So she asks Peter how Oscorp's going. He's like, "It's going really good," but he's not really feeling that great about it. And then there's this part. Remember, so apparently there's a foster. It's like a foster home that Nico's in.
I believe it's a foster home.
Yeah. But there's someone named Miss O'Hara. And Nico says, well, it's like, it looks like one of your foster brothers. I don't know why you would say foster brothers. Looks like one of your foster brothers made a bit of a mess in the kitchen. So I don't know what that means. But,
Miguel O'Hara, maybe.
If it is.
Oh, no.
It's not 2099 yet.
My name is Miguel O'Hara.
You killed my father. Prepare to die. So, that's stupid. Also, it's like, looks like your foster brother made a mess. You're just siblings, man. If you're adopted, I don't know. It's weird dialogue. So Peter meets Norman for dinner because that's how Norman wants to talk to Peter about being Spider-Man. And Peter says, "Oh, it's only a prank," which that doesn't look like a prank at all.
No,
And then Norman says, "Well," it's like, "One of your assistants did that on you." It's like, "Well, no, this is the only camera that I have that no one else has access to." Also, it's like, so why do you have that one camera in that stairwell? What's the reasoning behind that? Like, what are you going to do with that camera that no one has access to? You're just going to watch the people walking down, up and down? Like, what is the point of that? So Norman is brainstorming on how to help Peter, and he mentions that he saved his son's life, Harry Osborn, or Harriet Osborn, as we should call him, because he looks like a freaking girl. So there's all that, and then Peter's like, "No, I think I need to do this alone." And Norman's like, "Okay, that's fair, but here's a check for $1,000. You're rich." So Norman Osborn is literally Tony Stark again.
Wait, didn't he give Peter Parker like that check?
He gives him a check, yeah.
Oh my god.
So next we follow this couple who gets some weapons in a robot dumpster that gives them a suitcase of weapons and then climbs on top of a roof. That happens.
What?
So there's a dumpster, a robot, like a cyborg robot dumpster. Then it shows Aunt May packing up some belongings she has from Ben, because I don't know why they're doing that. A whole scene, I'll just skip it. So Peter is at school and he's getting along with Lonnie Lincoln and his girlfriend, his babysitter girlfriend. So
Babysitter girl.
that was so she babysat him when he was 11 and she was 14, is what the show says. That's
Okay, so
dumb.
we're not talking in the creepy territory, are we?
No, I hope not. That's not creepy. So Lonnie has an emergency. Nico steals their food after they leave, so she sucks.
Oh, what a great friend.
Yeah, just a great person all around. But so it turns out Lonnie's brother is in a gang, and his mom is distraught, and she felt terrible when the policeman showed up with the son, because police are bad, but also because police are racist and everyone's racist. But not just that, because the brother is in a gang, so that's bad. So Lonnie goes after him, tries to get him. So what's next? Spider-Man is now going to fight these people who got the weapons from the dumpster. And this guy's supposed to be Speed Demon. He has super speed, and his girlfriend or wife, his wife, has little blades like Psylocke, but it's not Psylocke. It's not, I promise. They start fighting, and it's really just boring. Fight choreography is not terrible, but it's just whatever. Next scene, Lonnie shows up at where the gangs are at, finds his brother, tries to take him, but they're like, oh no, he's our family now, not your family anymore. And the leader is named Big Donovan.
What?
The leader's name is Big Donovan.
Oh my god.
Donovan, how do you feel about that? If you're still there.
By the way, I'm still suing Marvel for copyright over that name. I'm just letting you know.
Yes.
Big Donovan.
It's a contract thing. So they're willing to trade Lonnie's brother for Lonnie. So Lonnie replaces his little brother. I don't know why. That's just the lamest negotiation ever. So he can go home. It's like, what? You could both just leave. I mean, you might be getting spied on or whatever, but ask Spider-Man to help, I guess. So they're fighting. Spider-Man gets knocked out by them, and it's Norman Osborn's earpiece. I don't know how he got that. I never thought about that. How does Spider-Man get an earpiece? So Norman tells them how to take him down. And he eventually does, and he ends up back at Norman's office in his tower, and he says, you know what, I would like you to help me, Mr. Osborn. Welcome to the team. And then there's all that, and that's the end of episode 3. So far, not so great. Episode 4 is interesting. Kind of. Donovan, I might need your help with if you'd like to review with me. I would like to, because they have some interesting suits in this.
All right.
Yeah, but we'll get there when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
So it starts off with Peter doing a presentation, and he's not confident, and Mr. Whitman is bullying him, basically. And Carla Connors, not Kurt Connors, she basically owns him, and it's like, girl power, girl boss stuff. And so Amadeus Cho does a presentation, whatever, who cares. Peter's called to Mr. Osborn's office, and Harry walks out of the office, and Peter's like, oh, you're Harry. It's like, yeah, man. So they exchange dialogue, and then when Peter walks in, Norman closes his windows with armored walls and doors to keep it secret, to talk about Spider-Man stuff. Which, by the way, he didn't have to do at all, because
you could just close the door and lock it.
Exactly. So that's what he, like, when Peter showed up at his building a couple of times, he didn't do any of that. So now he does. Oh, so this.
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt.
You're right.
Is it Norman Osborn supposed to be Green Goblin?
Yeah. So I'm thinking he might be a bad guy later.
Yeah.
So then.
It's got it. That's.
Yeah. It's obvious, yeah. So Norman shows Peter, this pissed me off so much. So Norman shows Peter what's going on with the superheroes, and it's about the Sokovia Accords.
Oh, what?
Yes, sir.
So Iron sorry.
Hey, if you can, show them the picture that also pops up.
It won't play it on my end. Like, it's showing just a black screen for me. But
I'll find it for you.
yeah, if you can find it. So it's literally Civil War, and they show a picture of literally Ant-Man grabbing War Machine from Civil War. It is MCU Ant-Man shot for shot.
Oh yeah, I seen that picture.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
So
all right, good.
So to add on to the episode that we talked about last week, this isn't connected to the MCU. Apparently.
Yeah, not at all.
No.
Never.
And I also raised a good question about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
If this doesn't take place if this has Civil War written all over it, Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, debuted in Civil War.
Yeah.
He's here with Norman, right?
Yeah.
Who did Iron Man recruit in his team in Civil War in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
I would say he didn't. I guess.
Who would he have recruited?
I don't know.
Huh. That's a good question.
Yeah, if they kept everyone else.
Yeah.
Then who else would have been this replacement? Because Spider-Man ain't on the team.
I have no idea. But I like that question. We can come back to that. But so he basically just tells Peter that just to show him. Like, he's like, will this affect me? No, probably not. Okay. So you're just showing a Civil War thing for no reason.
Wow.
You're just making a just nothing sandwich of a reference.
Exactly.
So Peter, Osborn makes costumes for Peter. He's Tony Stark, and it's costumes from some sort of secret identity thing Peter was going through in the comics.
Yeah. So it was a storyline called Identity Crisis. I forgot what actually happened to it, but basically Peter, I think, might have gotten his identity leaked or so.
Yeah.
And because he was still wanting to be a vigilante and he still needed to help the people of New York, he had 4 identities: Ricochet, Dusk, Hornet, and Prodigy. Out of all 4 of those, Ricochet is the only one that didn't show up in the show so far.
Yeah. So it shows Prodigy, and he has a red cape in the show. Dusk looks a little different. Hornet looks pretty much the same. But those are the costumes he goes with. And I like this. This is very interesting. But like, it's specific for this time in Peter's life. In this show, it's like you're just making costumes for him that aren't even connected to spider powers, which they bring up, which they're self-aware about. But then Norman's like, just branch out, whatever. It's like, what? What are you talking about? So that's the gist of it. And this whole thing with Lonnie struggling, I'm not going to get into all that, but Lonnie's struggling with just being in the gang now, and he's a nerd, and they make fun of him for being a nerd, which is stupid. And he orders food, and the Scorpion. Oh yeah, so there's a Scorpion gang led by Gargan, who is Scorpion, and
the actual Matt Gargan, by the way. It's
yes,
they had me in the first half. Not gonna lie, because there's a female character in the group that has green hair and everything, and I thought that they were going to I thought they were actually going to turn him into like a female, Matt Gargan to a woman. But no, it's actually a really cool looking Matt Gargan they have.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really good. So
you know what isn't good though, right?
Carla Connors.
No, I know we're getting there, but the final Spider-Man suit.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. So there's a scene where Peter's talking with Norman about stuff, and they make more MCU references. So, oh, I'm still sharing. Hang on. So, let's see. So there's a whole scene where Norman's talking to Peter about raising a new, what is it? A new generation of superheroes because this old generation sucks. Basically, is what the gist of it is.
Wow.
So he mentions, it was something about the Avengers. Okay. Let's see. Because we're in the middle of an arms race that started way back when the Avengers first formed. And then Peter says, when they defended the city from that invasion, I mean, they stepped up because we needed them. And that need is still there. We need more heroes than ever, Norman says. Stronger.
By the way, that invasion he was talking about was a reference to 2012 Avengers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I figured.
Stronger, better heroes. Heroes that aren't one bad day away from a gamma-fueled rampage, and they show a newspaper of the town that Hulk destroyed in Age of Ultron when the Hulkbuster shows up.
Wow.
So there's that. Heroes that won't decimate an entire town or entire country trying to shut down a mad AI that they themselves created. So that they're just referencing straight up MCU stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not even MCU, we promise. We need heroes who will take accountability for their actions. Wow. Okay. They have a whole movie about it, dude.
Yeah. And Spider-Man's not on Tony's team for whatever reason.
Right. And then Osborn's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Here's a costume that you'd want.
Oh, and let me share. Hold on.
You share it. You share it.
And I kid you not, for the Fantastic Four fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, this is the Future Foundation suit when Spider-Man joins the Fantastic Four in the future.
Oh, wow.
I'll show that. Future Foundation Spider-Man in a group with the Fantastic Four. Let's see. Here it is. Here's a good one. So it looks something like this right here. So that's the Fantastic Four. And Johnny Storm is gone for some reason. But Spider-Man is the replacement. And you know, there's a whole point to this, right? And then you just show, and then you just have Norman making random costumes with no purpose or meaning behind them, just to have references with nothing in it.
You know, it's kind of messed up.
What?
Spider-Man, I mean, like Peter actually showed Norman a sketchbook with the classic Spider-Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
Norman just shrugs it off as like, don't worry about it, kid. I got you.
And then he makes crappier suits.
Yeah.
And I like this Future Foundation suit, but what they did in that show made it look ugly.
Also, they added red soles to the shoes and a red belt outline.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
I thought it was brown for a second.
Yeah.
But
also, they do kind of recreate apart from Spider-Man 2018, the game.
Yeah, because
he scrubs his hand against the road.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. See if I can find it. Hello, New York.
That is a part, yeah. Oh, that's sick.
I'm just gonna mute it because, of course, for reasons.
For obvious reasons.
Just wait, Ty. They don't recreate this part. If they did, I would have walked out.
Yeah, I would have broken everything.
I'm so glad they didn't recreate it. This right here.
That part right there.
That part right there is what they actually stole from Insomniac.
Yes. Wow. And I feel like there was something else too in that swing as well, just passing by people.
Yeah.
But that could just be a normal Spider-Man thing. But I don't know, eerily similar to a successful Spider-Man thing.
You know what else was eerily similar?
Mm.
When your left hand
It's free, and your right in the grip.
Wow.
Now the left hand watches right hand slip towards his gun. Oh no. It's so bad.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So now Norman's keeping watch on him. And he's helping him out. And then these Russians, the Russians are here. Context. So it's a whole thing of villains. So there's Rhino, who's not Rhino yet. I think there's Chameleon, who's not Chameleon yet. They call him Dimitri, and I think that's Chameleon's name.
Who's also voiced by Roger Craig Smith, by the way.
Who voiced?
He voiced Arkham Batman and Arkham Origins, Sonic the Hedgehog at one point, in a Sonic TV show, and everyone's favorite assassin that everyone loves to glaze in Assassin's Creed Ezio Auditore.
Nice.
Everybody glazes that mother. You know what? He's not even that great of a character.
Yeah. So they're in a car chase. Also, there's two girls there. One of them is going to be the unicorn later. So they crash into people, and Spider-Man tries to save the people from the fires that they caused. And he takes a while to like go through the fire and say, "Oh, I can't burn. I don't catch fire." And he's just like, "Save the darn people and shut up." This Peter sucks, by the way. So
to quote Sam Wilson from Civil War, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight before, but it's usually not this much talk.
Another Civil War reference. That's a good one, though.
I don't know.
Yeah. So then they're being chased by the cops on a bridge, and then the muscly Mohawk girl jumps out of the back of the vehicle, rolls off to the side while cops are coming right behind them. They just pass by her and they just ignore her, but they catch the other people. So she escapes. That's stupid. So Peter gets here at the window of Norman's office, and Norman is talking with Harry. So Peter doesn't check to see who's in the building. He doesn't have spider sense. He doesn't check who's in the room. He just walks in there, and he's like, "Mr. Osborn, you're not gonna believe what just happened." And then Norman is like, get out of here." And then Harry turns around and sees him with his mask off. So that's how he finds out that Peter's Spider-Man.
Hey, it sounds better than Spider-Man 2. Harry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like equally bad, though.
Yeah.
So the muscly Mohawk lady gets to this garage or whatever. The door opens up, and it is none other than Doc Ock. Or at least Otto Octavius. I don't know if he's Doc Ock yet or not. But he's making weapons. He's making these weapons for all these people for like attacking Spider-Man. All the fights he's had so far they had weapons from Doc Ock. So he needs to help this lady, and that's where the episode ends. So this show sucks. This show's awful. You know what made me feel better? Screenshots of Peter's random faces. I've got a few. So starting off, we have this face. Actually.
Nico, stop.
Nico.
I swear, that's what I think of every time I hear a name.
Yeah.
I just don't want to say it. If I say it, I'm not going to stop saying it.
Peter sounds like the guy who would say that. He's like the guy dressed like the meme where it's like he's dressed up as the cat girl, and he's like, "I'm a dude, by the way." Peter.
No, he's like the meme where the dude tells him to put his fingers up to his face and be like, "Oni-chan."
And then there's this quirky face.
I love this one.
Yeah. Me watching Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, Norman, stop.
Oh.
Oh yeah, David and Aaron made the joke that eventually Harry and Peter are going to make like a documentary about coming out from Norman Osborn.
It's like he pulls a Kevin Spacey.
Surviving Norman.
Norman. Ain't no party like a Norman Osborn party. All the scientists are going to come out about the harassment.
And the hidden cameras.
Oh, boy. No.
Because he did it. Norman did admit in the show he has a set of hidden cameras.
Yeah. In the stairwell for some reason. I don't know what that's for.
Didn't he also mention a bathroom camera?
I don't think so.
I think that was a joke.
That was a joke from one of us. Yeah, that was probably from me.
It probably was from Aaron because I swear I did raise the question. If he has like a stairway camera, ain't no telling what other cameras he got.
That's true. That is very true. But yeah, Norman was getting a little too close with Peter, I think. Getting dinner with him. Locking the room down to like with metal doors and window closers and everything. Just all kinds of stuff. I think Peter should quit.
I think Peter should quit being Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's like the boys for Spider-Man.
Yeah. I love nothing, but this Norman Osborn seems a bit sus to me.
Yeah, look at him.
Wow.
Well, I could say that word, but I'm not.
Hey, he mewing in that one with the waves on him, bro.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What's another Peter face? Oh, that actually looks really bad.
That actually he looks like a Jim Henson puppet at that with that.
He does look kind of like that. Ooh.
Why is his tongue sticking out?
Yeah.
I don't. Is that his tongue?
It looks like his tongue's sticking out.
It does look kind of like his tongue.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Ah, yes, another face.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that one.
That's for the after hours stream. The Joker.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Hey, wait, actually, keep that one on the screen. You see
Okay.
that little picture of you, David, next to it? Where it says, tell me they look the same. They look just alike.
Oh, don't watch the anime if you haven't read the manga.
No, hear me out. The manga is the comics. This is the anime adaptation. Your face next to it
From
is the
Netflix.
Netflix
Netflix adaptation.
Yeah, your face is the Netflix adaptation.
Oh, that makes me sad. Can I go down with this? Oh, hang on.
Can you eventually send the photo album through this?
I could, yeah, but my mouse isn't working. Hang on. I'm waiting for my mouse to move. Give me a second. You just have to look at this for a little bit. Crap, dude. What the frick is wrong with my mouse? I feel like Markiplier. What is going on with my fucking mouse? What the frick? Is my bad? I hate this. I hope it's not out of battery. I want to turn it off and on. It should do something now. We got some comments. I didn't even see those.
Oh, it is. You know, zero.
Yeah. Hey, howdy, hey. Hello. Indeed, Big Z. There's one more. Here we go. That's, yeah.
That face.
Lonnie, stop bullying me.
Get off of me.
Don't you have more?
There's one more.
Yes, Harriet Osborn.
Harriet Osborn.
That's what we call him now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, disclaimer, we don't mind if you swing that way, but I don't like this guy. I don't like this face.
No, he looks.
I know that can mean.
He looks like a woman.
He looks like someone that used to get bullied a lot, and that's where this comes from.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, but that's creepy, and I hate it.
Yeah. What does this bunny girl look like?
The what girl?
The one that picks on Peter.
Nico?
Yeah, Nico.
Let me see.
I wonder what she looks like.
Nico Minoru. Excuse me.
She looks exactly what you think she looks like.
It's kind of sad. I got a picture up right here.
Oh. Yeah, she looks like an emo kid.
Told you. She looks exactly what you thought she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the jerk.
Bro, she got the resting bitch face. I swear.
She does.
Yes, she does.
She has it. I have a funny story about that, actually. So I didn't know what RBF meant. Mm-hmm. And this was me and Hunter. We were working at camp together. We didn't know what that meant. So we had to – I was in charge of editing a staff intro showing all the people who worked there for the summer. And some had RBF. And so the camp director was telling us, hey, you might need to change some shots because they have RBF. I was like, what? They're like, I feel bad even saying it because we're a Christian camp. And he's always like, so it stands for resting. It's related to women, resting. So I said, boobs? And he and he stopped and went, no. we just like started laughing. He's like, no, it stands for resting bitch face. And I'm like, oh, okay. Resting boob face. I don't even know what that would do.
Why didn't bro just come out and say it at first?
Well, we're a Christian camp and he's trying not to be like that.
I couldn't be at that camp. I am a Christian, but I couldn't be there.
Probably not.
I swear I would prank everyone with like a Jason inspired cosplay.
Oof.
Damn.
Run around.
It's Jason. Hey, you know.
You're fired.
Hey, you can't fire me. I quit. Handle Jason Voorhees on your own. Nah, I wouldn't do.
You just get your mom involved because the plot needs it too.
Nah, I get Gabe involved and he's Jason. He's 7 feet. He could pull it off.
Dude.
Yeah.
I forgot he did that for Halloween.
Did he actually?
It was like, 2 years ago he did. He wore a mask at least, but I don't know if it was that mask or not. But I think we'll end stuff here. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to leave a like on this stream and be sure to leave a like on all the streams that come up. Be sure to check out the other videos and comment down your thoughts on anything we've talked about below post stream or just post anything. And be sure to check out MovieBlaze1 and Donovan's channel, Don's Comic Domain. We'll try to do more comic reviews sometime. I need to read a comic soon, but
I'll have that up on my channel very soon, guys.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. But thanks for watching, y'all. And do y'all have anything else to say before I go?
Well, if I don't pass straight,
I knew it.
I'm gonna shit in my mouth.
I knew it.
Well, I only got one thing to say. I know this is David's podcast, but this just became like an outro.
Yes.
Until next time, guys. Keep blazing beyond.
Into the beyond. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Adios, brochachos. Del Taco.
What the fuck is Aaron?